Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol GBSN. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price and then makes levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis yesterday, so that's where these green line annotations are coming from, and certainly want to get things updated here as another high volume day, quite a bit of volatility, and still a lot of eyeballs out there talking about it and watching it. So let's get some of these levels mapped out. Now, before anything else, I want to get some perspective out of the way. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're a day trader and you bought right there, or maybe you bought right there and you were wanting to sell within, 7.3 seconds, then yeah, for you, the chart's looking not so good. But if you care about the big picture of things, then even with the deeper pullback, the bulls are still in control. And the reason I can say that is because they do still have an opportunity to build a higher base. And when you were talking about building long-term uptrends, that's what it's all about, putting in those higher bases. And when you consider the fact that the price could actually pull back some more, and I'll show that here in a second, and still, put in a higher base, then, truly, again, assuming you care about the big picture of things, yeah, the bulls are in control. Now, the one update that does need to be made comes from a foundational principle in charting, which states when levels of support are, broken and then closed below, they tend to act as resistance. So any sort of bounce, near-term level is going to be right there at that 0055 mark. If the price can push through there, the next level of resistance after that, right up there, give or take around 0075. As far as levels of support, this is, circling back to the whole, big picture of things. But let's say the price actually pulls back to this green line here at, 004, which I talked about yesterday, bounces around and then heads back up. I think everybody would agree, yeah, wow, that would be a pretty drastic pullback. But even after a drastic pullback such as that, you'd still have a set of lows right here. You'd have that set right there. You'd have this set down there. And if you picture each one of these as stair steps, the stair steps would still be progressing in the upwards direction. So, from that point of view, that's why I say that, yeah, the bulls are in control, assuming you care about the grand scheme of everything. So sure, not the best day, keyword there being day in and of itself, but looking at multiple days, as long as this doesn't spin out of control and start crashing through a bunch of levels of support, you still got to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt at this point in time. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click that image right there and I will email you the guide. The guide is very short, it's to the point, and like I said, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.